reasons people are going to vote for Trump. My house was 2.75% interest rate. It is now 6.75 with an 850 credit score. Cars, my truck is a 3.99. We tried to get my wife a new Bronco at 7.25%. That's people with great credit.
Jason, let me ask you this. If you don't think he's a dictator, then what the hell was January 6th?
January 6th was a bunch of rogue people. That's what January 6th was.
From who? From who?
I was just watching,
but who started it? Who started it?
Congress, when they broadcast Congress on live stream it, right?
Who started it?
They're doing an investigation saying that they left out a boatload of evidence. Nancy Pelosi is one of the key things.
Jason, who started it?
Don't know who started it.
Man, come on, man.
Jason, come on, man.
Jason,
we can't do this.
Please Jason, don't do that, bro. Come on, man. Don't do it. You know one thing about my show, man. We keep it 100 on here, bro. And like I said, I don't care about your political views, but right is right, wrong is wrong. I don't care. You know he started it. You know that.
What did he start?
Jason.
Go peacefully?
Right. I think on January 6th.
Go peacefully? When does that mean be violent?
No, he did not.
He said, "Go peacefully."
Jason, are you serious, Jason?
Man, Jason,
you need to be drug tested.
Jason, don't do this, man. Don't do this.
I listened to the man. He said, "Go peacefully." When he made his speech before they marched up to.
Jason, you said you don't lean Democrat or Republican, but I gotta say this, man. Casper must be over on the other side with you, because he's invisible or something. Because Jason, you over there. You are the Republican. You're the face of the Republicans, because the things that you are pushing right now, the things that you're saying, it's almost like a conspiracy theorist. You understand?
Yeah.
The things that you're saying,
you don't want to hear the facts.
I want to hear factual things. I speak pragmatically. I don't want to postulate. You understand? I want to speak pragmatically. Your opinion is your opinion, but let's do it based on fact. Let's try to lean on the side of fact.
So are you all denying that Trump, during his speech at the end, said "go peacefully" and they marched up to the Capitol?
And he did. But what did he do prior?
Give me some facts.
We're gonna go there. What did he say? Did we say we're gonna go there and go peacefully? Did he say that in the beginning?
Nope.
No.
I'm asking you what he said in the beginning.
We're gonna raise hell. We're gonna fight.
Okay.
We're gonna fight like we never fought before.
No, he said.
That's what he said.
You're gonna have to fight like hell. That doesn't mean by fist. It means by going to your local congressmen and senators and
Jason. You can try to sit there and strategize the way you want to word it, the way you thought you heard it, but obviously, them people January 6th, all they heard was "go fight like hell." They wasn't talking about voting. They wasn't thinking about voting, and that showed.
And Jason, let's be real, okay? And this is just a quick little thing. The young lady that got killed, okay? And Ernest, you know this as well. If two people are together and they rob a bank, and one go to Columbia and one go to Charleston, the one in Charleston is killed by the police. The one in Columbia, he's charged with that murder because they committed the robbery together, and they were felonies, commission of a felony or something like that. Now, this young lady gets killed with all of those people bum rushing this place. Why weren't they charged?
Don't know. I mean, at the end of the day,
it's easy. It's real. It's real. John, let me ask you this. Do you think Donald Trump's racist?
Nope.
Okay. Victor, you take the question.
I've done too much research on it.
Victor, you take the questions from here.
Okay. Let me say. I'm going to say this. I don't think he's racist, but I think he understands how to play people. He plays on their fears.
I agree.
Donald Trump said there are fine people on both sides. He also said, stand back and stand by.
Mm-hmm.
He also said, he speaks to the white supremacists. You understand? His nephew just came out a couple days ago saying that how he had this rant about the N-word because somebody messed up his car. His sister, his niece, Michael Cohen, what's his name? The gentleman who's in prison right now. They all said Donald Trump is a racist. They said this. These are people who dealt with him and deal with him. You understand? But Victor, you're right. He's a user. And I'll say this. He loved having Hispanics come and work for him for cheap labor. At times, he wouldn't pay them. He would sue to keep from paying them. You understand? And then when he said, you know, we don't want them over here, and then they went into his hotels and found illegal immigrants working for him. You understand? He is a user. Look at the people who are going to jail around him. Where there's smoke, there's what?
It's fire.
It all depends on how you look at it too.
Oh wow.
No, you have to. Everything has a backstory, right? Everything in life has a backstory.
Okay. Let's talk about Carmella, man. You still ain't answer my question. How you think she's the biggest embarrassment to the black community? All you just talk about black women posting it on there, but what else has she done to make her so embarrassing? And why you don't like her?
Have you heard some of her speeches? It's like
have you heard some of Trump's speeches?
What has she done? What has she done?
Not what she spoke about, but what has she done?
She hasn't done a damn thing. How about that?
Okay, so if she hasn't done anything, how can you say she's unfit or fit?
So people relate.
She's done something
with
to
people.
say she's unfit.
Okay, like you got.
First of all, hold on, time out. Let me say this. I'm gonna rephrase that. You can't say what's embarrassing to the black community because no disrespect, you're not that.
Yeah.
What is she embarrassing of just for the country? Let's rephrase that. Because that black community comment was crazy, Jason. I ain't gonna lie. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be honest with you.
And then you're gonna end the comment saying this isn't about race, it's about America. That's like saying, man, I don't mean no harm, but you mean harm. So it seemed like it was about race. So let's just rephrase that and say, what is she embarrassing about the America, not the black community? Because you can't really say what's embarrassing to the black community.
Her speeches are awful, and it's almost she's trying to come up with her own saying that just somehow it's gonna make her famous, and she's gonna be known for that in the past.
What has she done, Jason?
Respectful.
Not a speech. What has she done?
She's lied to the American people.
Trump lied every time he opens his mouth. We've already talked about that, Jason. So
hold on, Craig, let him go.
You just asked me to answer a question, and your comeback is Trump. We're not talking
about
Trump.
Craig, go ahead. Jason, go ahead.
You're right.
She hit Joe Biden. She's known that he's not been any good for this country for a long time.
What?
This is not something just recently happened that he just fell apart. And he's been rambling speech for a year and a half, 2 years, talking about, well, when I was in this, and jumps off into China somewhere. And those speeches are real. They're not made up. I'm not over exaggerating. Everyone has seen it. She knew he wasn't competent enough. She should have taken the role and said, you know what? I need to step up and relieve him of his duties and take the role of presidency. She doesn't have the power to do that. He's now competent.
No. Stop it, Jason. Stop it. A vice president can't just jump up and say, I'm the president now.
No, you can't just jump up.
She doesn't have the power to relieve her of the duty. Congress has to do that.
That's okay. Who can push that? The VP. Who can push that through?
The Senate can push that. The Senate can push that by putting forth articles of impeachment, and then come together and vote. And if it's like any other impeachment trial that's happened before, it'd be right along party lines, and Joe Biden can be removed from office. So Kamala Harris, you're blaming her for doing something that she literally does not have the power to do.
she can start the ball in motion just like everybody else has started balls in motion before.
Okay, so
You
why
say
aren't
she
you holding
had-
everybody else accountable too?
It's a circus up there.
Here's
I
the
think it
thing.
will. I think
You said Joe Biden speeches. Joe Biden is about policy. You understand? It's about what's great for the American people. Joe
tell me
Biden's
something he's
speech-
done great for the American people.
Well, I'll be
We're
damned.
cutting out. There we go. You cut out.
Okay.
The whole thing stopped.
Here's the thing.
Tell me something Joe's done.
Hold on,
that has
Jason.
been
He about to,
positive.
man. Relax.
Yeah,
Nah, he about to relax, man.
Huh?
Joe Biden.
No,
has put policy.
I don't know if y'all saw it, but my whole screen went
Hold on,
like that.
hold on. He's
okay.
done
That's right,
infrastructure
Jason. Yeah.
for something that directly affect me. He's done something for people with on diabetes with insulin. He's passed better health care to help what was the Affordable Care Act. He added on to that, which more people have signed on every year. Where I say infrastructure, he's done a lot for women's rights. He's done more for helping with Medicaid expansion.
Mm-hmm.
Done a lot.
Yeah, sorry, Craig. You're out. You're. We can't
Were
hear it all.
disenfranchised.
Okay. So, can you repeat your last statement? We can't hear you, Craig.
By providing them money.
There we go.
You can't hear me?
Yeah,
I hear
you're
you
good.
now.
You're
Yeah,
good.
you said the last thing you talk about disenfranchised.
Dang, he must have lost signal. Let's give him a minute. We got you.
So was
Can
it
you hear?
Joe freezing up, or was it just him?
Just him.
Okay,
Craig, you hear us?
we can't hear
Can
you.
you hear me?
Yeah, I
Can
hear you
me
now.
There we go.
Yeah.
He's done
Yeah.
a lot for disenfranchised communities. He's done a lot for HBCUs. He's done. I mean, if you want, you can look it up and print it out. Joe Biden's done a heck of a lot. He's done billions for people who what is that, student loan relief? Because let's face it, there are countries who people don't have to pay to go to college.
Yeah.
You understand? And
Yeah.
here's my issue. When people like the Republicans voted against it for student loan relief, you don't want to pay for other. But yet you'll pay for a senator or a congressman that you didn't vote for. You're going to pay their salary. What's the difference? What's the difference?
There is none.
People who
Jason.
are trying to advance and themselves. That. You know, and another thing you said when Trump was in, this was lower, this was lower, this was lower. Why is that? Let's be real. Why is that? What did he inherit? What did he inherit? Versus what did Biden inherit? What did Clinton inherit? You see where I'm getting at?
Nope.
They all inherited garbage. And they fixed it.
You can live.
Clinton had a surplus.
You can live off.
Clinton had a surplus.
You can live off.
And
Every
they
president lives off the previous president for 1 year.
Oh,
That is a
hold
fact.
on,
That's
hold
not
on.
my opinion.
No. He rode
Yes.
Obama's curtail of the economy. Obama.
Listen,
Economy.
I'm not disagreeing with you. Every single president, if we elect someone new, the very first year, they say that first year is the progress or decline, whatever, of the previous administration. Okay.
Okay. And
Meaning,
did it improve?
if he inherited a great economy,
right.
huh?
Did it improve under Trump or did it decline? Did it improve under Trump or decline?
You said, did it improve under Trump or did it decline?
That's the question.
It improved.
No.
Yes.
No, look it up.
Year number three. I watched it live on financial news.
Look it up, Jason. Look it up.
Year number 3. The financial analyst said in year number 3 had COVID not hit, Trump's plan was actually working. Trump didn't have a plan. He didn't have a plan. He didn't put policies in place. In fact, his plan was to do away with everything that Obama did. That was what he was doing. Everything Obama did. Obama put regulations in place to help people. The banks, you understand? EPA, he put all those regulations in place to help American people. Trump disavowed him. He wanted to get rid of him because Obama did it. And the last thing was the ACC, Affordable Care Act. Obama put that together. It's just Obama administration put it where it was more, more affordable for the lower class and middle class. Well, let's be real. I want to speak facts. I can read it right off to you.
Read it off.
Gained 7 million new jobs when Trump was in office. Middle class families' income increased $6,000. Unemployment reached a low of 3.5% in half a century. It's never been that low, not even under Obama and not under Joe.
Okay. No.
Now
it's been lower under Joe Biden. It's been the lowest under Joe Biden. It's been the lowest under Joe Biden.
Okay. So
no. So let me ask you this.
Anybody can manipulate a number. You know how that? I
know
know
Let me ask this. The numbers we quoted, were those numbers continuation from Obama's years?
That it was.
No, it wasn't that low. That was
not. I didn't say. No, this is what I said. I said, were they continuations? Did it continue? Did the drop start with Obama and continue through the Trump years? Let me phrase it that way. Did the growth happen under Obama and continue through the Trump years?
Yep.
Okay, so it was not Donald Trump's ideas. It was Barack Obama's.
Yes.
He just rode Obama's coattails.
Yes, he did.
Give him credit for that. That's what
I'm telling
Come on, Jay. Come on, Jay.
No.
Come on, Jay. Jay, check this out. Jay, you ain't got to like the man, but just respect.
You can only ride that train for 1 year. Because you're implementing your own policies.
It can be for 1 year, but if that president doesn't change the current policies, then that improvement or decline continues.
So we need to look up all of his policies now?
He didn't have any.
You're telling me that a president came in and didn't do a damn thing and didn't write his own policies? Now that's uneducated. I'm saying
on this point, on this issue, you cannot give Donald Trump credit for growth or decreased numbers when they continued when Obama was continuing was president. You got to give Barack Obama the credit. Whether it was 1 year or 2 years
for the first year.
No, for every year after that.
No,
until that president sets a new policy.
Jason,
no.
I'm telling you.
All right, put it like this. Gas. Let's use something simple. Gas was $2.12 the day Joe Biden took office. $2.12 a gallon.
Yeah.
And my friend Shannon, we made a post and I said, that's not my president. And we got in an argument. I said, I tell you what. I said, if gas doesn't go up above $4 a gallon, I'll call him my president. I said, but I guarantee you before the year's out, it'll go above $4 a gallon. What cause and effect? He canceled the pipeline. He said no more new drilling permits, and he was pushing the electric agenda. And he mentioned infrastructure. Why are we going to pay for something we've already paid for? He's not done anything.
Okay, Jason, look it up. he opened up drilling. He has.
No, he did not. No, he
Look
did
it
not.
up.
I have looked that up, and if
Trump
they
said we're
changed
gonna
it, it's a lie.
drill.
He
If-
did.
If
He
they
did.
if it's
Jason,
been
he
changed
did.
since I looked it up, it's a
Jason, he
lie.
did. Jason, he did. But he didn't want to do the pipeline because the Republicans said, Democrats said, I'll do the pipeline under Obama. I'll do the pipeline if we keep it all here and not sell it. The Republicans didn't want to do that. Am I right? Jason.
I'm gonna recant. I'm going off the first thing you said.
I'm sorry,
January
give me a minute.
January 21st,
Hey, Vic, do
2021.
we got any comments?
Biden administration stops all oil, gas lease permits under land and water. All of it stopped.
Vic,
That's right. And he
hold
did.
on, guys. Vic, do we have any comments?
A lot of comments. I'm sorry. I'm kind of looking at 5 billion things at once right now.
Yeah, my guy Mike was saying he's commenting a bunch.
Yeah.
You read all some of the things he's saying. He's a professor at Arizona State.
Okay.
Oh, we can't see him. You can't see him, Miller.
No, I can see his comments.
I know. I'm saying only you can
No,
see the comments.
yeah, only Vic can see it. Only Vic can see it.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he's commenting a lot. One comment he said is the tax plan that doesn't work, trickle down economics
Doesn't work.
So Trump could have been impeached by Pence too. Yeah, he's saying a lot. I'm trying to catch everything. More oil permits are up now more than ever. That's what.
Thank you.
Hey, Mike, if you watching, I hit Mike up earlier. Mike, if you watching, put your email in the comments, and Vic will send you a link so you can come on and chime in also.
Yes.
Permits are up. That's what I was telling you, Jason. Yeah, he had the most. He had the most permits for drilling. Biden. Yes. That's what I was telling you.
It's trying to make someone that was a zero a hero, is what I call it. You stop the drilling permits, which caused the cost of fuel to go skyrocketing because we had to go to other countries. We were energy independent. We were exporting more than we ever had. So
and
then,
that's just it. Why export if you want to keep it here? They wanted to keep the oil here. That's what I was telling you. They had more barrels than ever. Remember, he opened them up during the when the gas prices went up because Saudi Arabia, I believe, it was OPEC. OPEC was taking their price up, which obviously drives the global economy up. You understand? It drives the global oil prices up, not just in America.
yes, I understand.
I make this pledge to the great people of America. I will end the devastating inflation crisis immediately, bring down interest rates, and lower the cost of energy. We will drill, baby, drill.
And this is 2024.
Can you believe what they're doing? But by doing that, we will lead a large-scale decline in prices. Prices will start to come down. Energy raised it. They took our energy policies and destroyed them. Then they immediately went back to them. But by that time, so much was lost. But we will do it at levels that nobody's ever seen before. And we'll end lots of different things. We'll start paying off debt and start lowering taxes even further. We gave you the largest tax cut. We'll do it more.
Okay. So,
and who benefited from the tax cut? Who benefited from his tax cut?
Two people, middle class and rich. And it wasn't the rich. It was actually the how do I want to say it?
Top 1%. The top 1%.
The owners.
The top 1%.
It was a break on business.
I'm sorry, guys. I just emailed you. I just text you Mike email of it.
Okay, I got it. Give me like 30 seconds.
So I call him. His name is Big Mike on YouTube. He's a professor at Arizona State. I don't know if you guys follow the fitness guy and professional boxer Mike Rashid. Mike Rashid trained him on losing 100 pounds. It's a big deal. If you're into fitness, you'll know who this guy is. But call him Big Mike.
So you're trying to say you're into fitness?
Yeah, man, you know that.
Okay, I sent him an email. The email's been sent. So.
What happened to Craig?
All right, let's try in and out again. Yeah, I don't know where he is, but he's in and out.
But yeah, Jason, man, come on, man. Like, one thing, that's why I said I don't get into politics. That's why I let people that know more about politics come on the show and kind of, you know, debate with you on these topics. But this is the reason why it turns into just nastiness, man. Like,
no, hey, regardless of political views, everyone is allowed to have their opinion, and that's it. I still like Craig. I still think he's an awesome dude. I mean, everybody has their different political views, just like religious views. So I'm okay with that. But
can you admit what you posted? That was crazy.
I don't think so.
It's the word, man. It's the word. Mike, what's up?
What's going on, fellas?
What's up, big dog? You doing all right?
Man, I'm good. I'm just leaving work. I'm sorry I couldn't join earlier, but I've been listening. So good conversation, good dialogue. I like that it's kept peaceful and professional with everyone. So we need more of that in this country, where people can sit down and talk and have a good conversation based upon facts, and still be cordial to each other. So I appreciate it.
No problem.
Yeah, where are you driving, Mike? Because I see a double sunroof.
Oh, I got a caddy. I got a caddy.
Mike got that bread, man.
Nice.
Come on, man.
I knew it was nice. I see the double sunroof right there. I'm like, oh.
My apologies. My phone.
Oh, we got Craig joining. Craig is back.
We got Craig back.
So Mike, you was watching. Mike, you watching the show. So chime in, man. Give us your thoughts so far. What you heard, man?
So just a lot of things that I've heard, and we can touch a little bit on everything. And again, I appreciate, I'll call it opposing thoughts, because I watch, just a little background, I watch Fox, Newsmax, everything, because I need to understand both sides and the way different people think. And that's the only way I can really understand if the way I'm thinking is right or not. So, I don't want to be biased. I don't want to be in a silo. I don't want to be in an echo chamber. So I base my, again, being in academics, everything has to have a data and a number, and then there's nuance with anything. But listen to the conversation. Just a couple of things that I can remember off the top of my head. OPEC, they're more, and again, all of this is facts. You can look it up. There are more oil permits now ever being submitted and being granted by the Biden administration than ever. We talked about gas prices being up. Yeah, gas prices are up. But IT supply chain, so it's about supply and demand. So it's not as simple as just, gas prices are up. But the part of it we talked about earlier is OPEC. Trump made a deal with OPEC 2 years to keep prices low and put extra supply into the market to keep prices low, gas prices low. So that's part of it also. We're also a net exporter of energy now, so we're really the only time in history energy independent now. Haven't been before under any other administration.
Thank you.
Talked about the Keystone Pipeline. The Keystone Pipeline was crude oil, was sent from Canada down to the Gulf of Mexico, and with that being the case, it was never meant for us in the U.S. It was crude and it wasn't gas. So with that being the case, it had no effect on our oil supply or our pricing. The one person I follow, and you guys should follow him on, and he's really good, is Mr. Global on TikTok. A gas guru and an oil guru, again, he points out detailed information that I was able to validate on public websites as far as the land and means, different websites and things like that has published government data as to where different levels are. So those are just things I heard off the top of my head that you guys were talking about. But I'm still interested in the reasoning behind, and I haven't heard real explanation around the comments on Kamala that I read that Jason's put out. So unless there's something else I don't want to codify all the time, but if there's something else you guys want to talk about, I'm happy to chime in whenever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm waiting on that too. I just asked him that before you came in.
Yeah, I was listening.
Yeah.
Well, I thought I'd answered it to you. Because let me put it like this: because you're my friend, okay, and you made that statement a long time ago about my people or our people need to get right. All right. When I see someone in a professional position that, as you put it, represent your people, okay, that doesn't come across as a professional, that is almost faking it, if you will, to me, that's an embarrassment. And I, as your friend, see it that way, as an embarrassment for you and for others like you that are successful. I've always said it.
Did she graduate HBCU?
Miller had.
Wait, didn't she go to Yale or Harvard?
She graduated from an HBCU. How?
Right, but didn't she go to Yale or Harvard?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
So you know how tough it is to get into. You know how tough it is, how smart you have to do to get into Yale or Harvard. Or is the narrative that you're trying to say is she was in because she's DEI? But then again,
DEI. That no.
I mean, which is a dog whistle, which is a racist dog whistle.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, so let's try this for a second.
I'm going based off observation.
Let's walk through Kamala Harris. Sort of, I'm trying to find some points for resumes and kind of see if we can knuckle some things down here. So from 2011 to 2017, she was the Attorney General of California. What did she do during that time that would make you say she's unfit for office now?
I read it earlier today. We've talked about so much. They talked about her preventing people from getting her blocking people from getting early release out of prison that were nonviolent offenders. Between her and the governor, I believe it occurred, and I read that just today.
Okay, so she's kept people from getting early release or nonviolent offenders.
Your standard weed conviction or whatever small nonsense convictions.
Okay. Now, a lot of other attorney generals have done that. A lot of other. Oh, sorry.
And I'm gonna use it as a rebuttal back to from a Republican side or conservative side. When is the Republicans or conservatives ever, since you guys are the party of law and order, when have they ever lowered sentences based upon good behavior? From my understanding, a sentence is a sentence, and you do the crime, you do the time. But it seems like that's only come the case when certain people and certain demographics come to the table. So that's the question I have is, I understand that that's the narrative that's going on, but Is that something that you're in favor of too? Because if it's not, then that shouldn't be a point that you're making.
Yeah, listen, I believe everybody is entitled to make a mistake in their life. I'm the first one to tell you that, okay? And for someone to be in, let's just say, child support, because the prisons are overflowing, I think that's asinine backwards. Why would you put a man in prison because he doesn't pay child support and that just puts him further in the hole? That's ridiculous, okay? So we're talking about minor offenses, and yes, someone gets locked up for...
Was marijuana seen a minor offense prior to becoming legal in some of the states?
Yes.
What state and what Republican ever said it was a minor offense?
Let me rephrase your question. Was it treated like a minor offense? Is it all right if I rephrase your question, Michael?
Go ahead.
Was it treated as a minor offense?
Yes. That's what the article was saying. Some of them, it gave a listing of some of the minor offenses that were nonviolent crimes that
So people are doing life in jail. People are doing life in jail for marijuana convictions, 20, 30 years. When has it come? When has it been the conservative point to say, you know what? And I've never seen it, but you know what? Hey, marijuana is a minor offense. We shouldn't let them go to jail. I've never seen that narrative. If there is, please let me know. But I've never seen that narrative.
Have we ever thought that
I'm not. Well, I don't claim to be on either side of the fence.
Based on the law, she didn't.
Yeah.
She didn't make the law. She prosecuted based on
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the crazy part about it is, and I'm glad you said that, because if she didn't do her job,
thank you,
and prosecute to the laws, you would have said she saw the crime.
Sorry, Mike, you're breaking up.
You're breaking up, Mike.
Yeah. No politician wants to be viewed as being soft on crime.
never.
No matter what side of the aisle.
Hang on,
Can you guys hear me now?
You're back
now.
We got you now. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know where I cut off at. I was going through a tunnel. What I was saying is that she was doing her job. So the narrative would be if she didn't do it, she's not doing her job. And then she's soft on crime.
When
right.
you get when you,
oh,
when you
and
get,
then adding to that, the narrative was okay. 1,956 black men between the time frame that she put in jail. Okay, but when it turned out, I guess if someone just has done the research on it, 45 people only went to jail over that almost 2,000. They said there were thousands, and ended up being trickled that down a little bit more.
Right.
It ended up only being 23 black people. So from the standpoint is she's put things in place, but the bottom line is she's done her job, and so I beating people up for doing their job.
No, that's not what I'm beating her up about. This was an article. This was an article written about her and the governor teaming up together. The prisons out there in California were overflowing. Okay, they couldn't house anymore, so they were trying to do the early release based on good behavior. She declined that. They tried to do the release for minor offenses. She declined that. She teamed up with the governor and stopped all that. And that's white and black. It doesn't say race.
Agree.
And so do not get me wrong. Are they crimes? Yes, but I'm sorry, but
if that's
today,
the case,
I guess today everybody seems to be smoking dope out there on the streets.
Well, yeah. And there's Arizona,
I don't care for it myself,
in Arizona where I'm at, weed is legal. Pop an edible, walk down the street, smoke a joint. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right.
It's simply same as alcohol.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Those, and I think we can all agree that those are minor offenses.
Yes.
But
the thing is,
court system didn't treat them like that.
Yeah,
especially your black men.
Right.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't just based on black people. It was across the board. That the article.
You got 10 minutes, guys. 10 more minutes. 10 minutes.
The article. That's what the article spoke about. It wasn't just black people or just Hispanics. It was across the board. They were trying to release like 5,000, I think. They said in the article about 5,000 people.
And you're right. And the reason you're right. The reason I know my uncle's one of the 5,000. He got 25 and he's still in prison right now, and he's in his late 60s for a minor crime. Yeah. But he had the 3 strikes law, which Kamala Harris didn't put in place. But again, if you have 3 strikes law, You're going
you
for
gotta act on it.
25. Doesn't matter.
She had to
So you have to.
prosecute based on law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The laws that were enacted, she had to prosecute based on
Right.
it. She didn't write them.
So
She's got
yeah,
a prosecutor, man.
yeah.
No,
You gotta
and
you gotta do your job.
I'm personally not down on her for prosecuting somebody. I am saying she refused to help release some of these folks that shouldn't have been there for
Well,
these minor
we don't
offenses.
know.
If
We
you're
don't know the
but if you're
circumstances. We don't know
if
the
you're handcuffed
circumstances.
by
There
the
may have been
law,
3,
how do you
4
do it?
strikes.
No, it was God.
We don't
You'd
know
have
the
to
circumstances.
you have to
Every case is.
you have to
It's
look it
not like
up.
you can theorize. It's empirical. Every case is different. Every case is of itself. So maybe there were 5, 6 offenses prior to this one. You understand? So you can't say, oh, they had one offense and she wouldn't let them out.
No. This was something California did for
I
five.
understand what
They
you're
wanted
saying.
to release 5,000 folks.
Right, but you got to pick and choose which ones you're going to release, and they do it
Well,
based on what criminal record.
They were based
yeah.
on good. The article said it was based
So
on
we
good
don't know what
behavior.
But
we don't know
Yeah,
what
you
their
guys saw
criminal
what the
record was.
article said.
you
Right,
know
we
what
don't know what the criminality was.
but you know what the narrative was? California's releasing criminals back onto the streets.
Thank
Mhm.
you. And
That
she
was the
can't be a
narrative.
part of that.
Yeah.
She
That was
can't
the
be a part
narrative.
of that. Right.
I'm from California. That was the narrative. Californians are releasing criminals back into the streets. It wasn't anything about color or nothing. It was just Californians releasing prisons. And then, okay, well, why are you, doing your job? And then the narrative of, crime in California is higher than other places. It's never trickled down to her until now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And personally, with 3 strikes, my thing is back in the day, everybody was for 3 strikes. I my own ignorance was for 3 strikes.
Mhm.
Nobody should be getting beaten up over it now. I mean, we all thought it was okay.
Yes, agree. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey,
gentlemen, I think
Jason,
that's
just
enough.
for back to my question when I asked you about the embarrassment. She's not. She's not. She's well educated. Just from a historical standpoint, we never had a colored possible president, and that's big in our community. What's that?
That's what I read.
Okay. We're not
So you
denying
guys-
that you
so
read
you
it.
got- so you know, you can look at it. So because I never want to misrepresent, because Vic
Okay.
always calls
Send-
me out and says, "Hey,
doing what I think.
Yeah,
all I got to say,
send me the
baby."
link. Do this, Jason. Send me the link, and I will put it in the description or the comments, whichever one YouTube will let me do. Just send me the
So back
link.
what I was saying, Jason, you weren't paying no attention. Back what I was saying, she's not an embarrassment to the Black community. You got to rephrase that statement, man. That post you posted, to be honest with you, from a friend, that's asinine, man.
I'll say this. I don't want anyone not to say what they feel, and that's what he feels.
Yeah, I was going to go that route. He can say what he want to say. That's his right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
if
but,
that's the way you feel, based on the
Don't
information you have, stand on it, and that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
What I consider, and it's for anyone, what I consider level-headed, intelligent. I don't care what school you went to. I don't care if you went to Harvard or you went to a community college.
Oh yeah, I agree.
All about what you're doing today, and for other people. And I've commended Miller on it, on this show, what he does with the youth, what he does with the football team, what he does for people training.
But
them.
we don't know what she's doing.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah.
We do know what she's
behind
doing.
the scenes.
She's behind the scenes,
Right.
but
The vice presidents aren't out there like, because Joe Biden didn't want to be out there like a Trump or anyone else.
Jason.
He wanted to be a president. He wanted to lead
Jason.
people. He doesn't have to be in the limelight.
Yeah, Craig, you're right. Jason, the only thing I was going to say is, the narrative. You don't know the detail. You know the
There you
narrative.
go.
That's the narrative
There you
that's
go.
out there.
And that's all I was about to get to. You guys basically say what I was going to say. That's all I was trying to get to, Jay.
Mike, what do you mean? Yeah. What did you say?
What I was saying is, the narrative. I had a conversation with someone that's running for city council out here about it, and a young lady, she said the same thing, and we had a conversation as a part of it. I'm like, the narrative. And then when I gave her, fit her with the facts that we just spoke about with the the different things with law and how the numbers trickle down from 1900 really to 23 and the narrative. She's like, you know what, you're right. She's like, I knew the narrative, and in this case, I think people know the narrative of what's out there, and the whole narrative that again that's going on with around now is, from one side is DEI. We know what DEI means.
What does it mean? I've seen 3 different definitions today. I just saw that.
DEI, when certain people say DEI, essentially means you're not qualified.
Yeah. It stands for diversity,
equity, and inclusion. But that's not what it is. It's how it's being used. Yeah. When people say you're DEI higher, they're essentially saying you're unqualified.
You're unqualified. They gave you this job based on.
I've never heard of this term. That's why I'm asking. I've never.
Oh yeah, no. 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 I'm just educating. Yeah.
I saw that today. Here's my thing, and it's not far fetched. Okay. At the end of the day, the American people, hands down, not one of us in this room can tell you what's going on and what's the truth and what's a lie, because I have seen so much stuff deleted off of the internet. I did my degree in from 2010 to 2000, I think it was 13 or 14, to finish my degree in psychology. And papers that I did important stuff on is gone. And
Jason, would you agree that? Jason, can you agree that some of the stuff that's put on the internet is actually false?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
but we don't. Here's the problem.
Would you agree that some of that stuff is put there just for misinformation or disinformation? Am I correct?
Absolutely, it is. Right. Absolutely, and honestly, it pisses me off because
we have to go further than what we actually see right there visibly. We have to go even further because we have to go through the weeds of what's messy and what's right. Because there's one party that loves misinformation. You know what I'm saying? They don't want Facebook or X or anybody to take off disinformation or misinformation. Am I correct in saying that?
You're right.
Because they're saying, oh, that's freedom of speech. So you rather disseminate a lie than the truth.
No, and I've heard that, and I've seen that. You got to do. But here's the thing. What do you trust? Seriously, what do you trust? One, and I use the best one I can use is the one I did the paper on, the Clintons. Okay. Look, you can't find it anywhere. And I was very adamant about that. Like, wow, how could you steal from children? That was what my paper was based on. How could you steal from kids? How could you steal? And it's gone. Okay. There's no trace of it anywhere.
Jason, I just have this to say, and guys, I gotta go. Okay.
Yeah, we got one more minute.
You can't find that, but the stuff, and I hate the whataboutism, but I have to go back to this. The stuff that Trump has done and doing is in your face, and you can't see the forest from the trees, or trees from the forest, I should say. But how is that? You can't see that he abuses his authority. You can't see that he touched inappropriately and bragged about it. You can't see that he's truly right now a convicted felon. And let's be honest, you know how hard it is for convicted felons to get a job? And he's getting the top job, or trying to get the top job? How is that?
All right, Jason, Craig, Mike, Vic, we got to leave it at that. We're going to have to continue on this dialogue some other time. It's a great conversation. I really appreciate you guys. Hey, Mike, I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, thanks for joining, Mike.
Thanks, fellas, for having me. Appreciate it. Jason,
hey, when's the next workout with Mike Rashid? When's the next workout?
Oh, we ain't done yet, man. We keep going. We're on a hiatus right now.
I got you.
Matter of fact, it's funny. I just got back home. I'm about to go put my stuff on and go to the gym and
do
cardio, which I hate. Instead of
there you go. There you go. There you go.
Hey,
need to have Mike on again. I like him.
I love this type of conversation. It is,
Oh, we're gonna do it again, most definitely. Especially closer to election time, we're gonna do this again. We got to have Mike come on.
Yeah. Real quick, I want to give Jason some kudos because again, it's really 4 against 1.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Jason, for you, no, seriously, for him to come on and stand on his 2 feet
Right.
and speak his piece and give his opinion, man, that's commendable. I appreciate
Much
that, Jason.
respect. Much
Absolutely.
respect.
100%. Much respect.
Hey guys, make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Please share. Peace. See you on the next one.
Peace.